Hello, this is Dale Brethauer. I've been trading for 4 decades. I'm also the founder of www.optionsinfinity.com. We specialize in teaching and trading vertical credit spreads, which I believe are the very best way to capture profits on a monthly basis and also consistently. A lot of my new mentees and also prospective clients ask me, how long will it take for me to master your 3 principal strategy? This really all depends. Some master it very quickly. Others have profited handsomely from my alerts and have continued as long as 4 or 5 years. I have a lot of information on YouTube. There's also a lot of information on the website, and I continually teach once a week on Tuesday afternoon. We have a 1-hour members meetup, and then on Thursday and Sundays, I give a members review of our trades, of what we see in the future and what I see the markets doing. And if you stay with that program, I'm going to show you how you can speed up your trading success. Malcolm Gladwell, in his book Outliers, did a study of violinists who were very good. And he took those violinists and he divided them into 3 groups. Ones that were okay, ones that were good, and the last group was world-class violinists. And he asked them, how much time have you spent on your craft, learning how to play the violin? The people that were okay had spent about 4,000 hours training themselves to play the violin, and they were okay. People that were good to very good spent about 8,000 hours. What differentiated the people that were world class was they had spent at least, if not more, than 10,000 hours to master their craft. In study after study, Malcolm Gladwell found that every profession, pianists, chess players, hockey players, golfers, had the same pattern. Therefore, in order to master being a successful stock market trader is going to take time also. I think a lot of people believe that they can pick up a book on the weekend and read it and they're going to be a master trader come Monday morning, and it just doesn't happen that way. One of the biggest reasons is that there will be losing trades. There will be a losing string, and you have to have rules to get you through entering the trade and exiting the trade and being prepared to take losses and losing streaks and staying in the game. That takes time. The strategy that I teach, the 3 principal trading strategy, is what I believe very, very simple. I've culminated all my 4 decades of trading into this strategy, and we rely on the regression channel, measured moves, Fibonacci, 5 and the 8-day exponential moving average line. These 4 tools are very powerful. They're easy to understand. They're easy to apply. It takes a little bit more time, study, practice to master the strategy. The 100,000 hour rule, as long as you were good enough to get into the lessons, the number of deliberate hours of practice would be the only thing that would differentiate you from a loser or someone that did okay in the markets versus a professional or someone that regularly, consistently made profits in the marketplace. Well, not everybody can spend 10,000 hours. Some people are still working. Other people have got family obligations and so forth. And 10,000 hours is a lot of hours. And by using what I'm going to show you, by using a mentor who has been there and done that, you can reduce those hours to a very reasonable time. It's still going to take some time for you to master the trade, but not the 10,000 hours. 3 key points. When you're on your first few hours, don't feel like you're going to be good. Don't expect to be good. It just isn't going to happen that quickly. You might be looking at a trade execution and you get in and you have a loser, and you say, well, this is no good. Don't expect to be good right off the bat. Number 2, talent is overrated, because 3, what you need is deliberate practice, and that's what's going to set you apart. I've been trading since the mid 1970s and lost a lot early on, and I learned from that, but I had a love for the big market puzzle. I started to get really serious in the mid 80s, spent a lot of time reading and studying the market and its patterns, and I attended a lot of seminars, some good, some not. But since that time, I estimate that I've spent greater than 18,000 deliberate hours on my craft. I am a professional. So, if you have 10 hours a week, 10 times 52 weeks gives you 520 hours. If those assumptions are correct, it'll take you 20 years to master trading. Well, let's see if we can do this a little bit better. Anders Ericsson, PhD, wrote a book about trying to reduce that 10,000 hours. He uncovered an alternate, quicker route through extensive case study research. And basically what he found out is that if you train yourself and if you practice in a very focused manner, you can reduce the number of hours necessary to become a master. The core components of purposeful practice are: you need a specific goal. You need to have intense focus on that goal and the rules for that goal. You need to have a journal of what your journey is, and you got to look at the bad trades and analyze why they were bad, so you have immediate feedback. And some of them will cause some discomfort, and that's okay. You just go back and remember the specific goals, do your intense focus in your study, and this becomes a loop that you continue to go around, and this is going to enhance your learning. This is called purposeful practice learning. With purposeful practice, it's able to take the 10,000 hours to 1,000 hours, and this was well documented in his book. Now, let's look at what we're doing. The specific goals are the learning the 3 principles of executing and exiting the trades. And those are the regression channel, where we can see the overbought, oversold regions, measured moves, which are higher highs and lower lows, which show what the trend is, and then Fibonacci extensions, which show you when a trade might be overextended. We also use the 5 and the 8-day exponential moving average line when they cross. So these are your specific goals. It's very simple, very simple. But what you need to do is you need to study these three principles in quiet surrounding with intense focus and practice them and look at myriads of stocks and apply and see where the Fibonacci's are, and can you see the measured moves, and could you see the overbought and oversold regions with the regression channel? And practice, practice, practice. Here's where you're practicing in quiet, in your own study, with intense focus. Then you get into the market. Now this, a lot of people, I suggest they start out paper trading. But sometimes paper trading isn't all that good because, you might make a trade and lose it, and you just kind of forget it because you didn't lose anything. If you have real money on there and you lose it, you're going to remember it. But that's okay. When you first start out, you're going to have failures. You're going to have losses, more than you will later on. And if you record those, it's going to give you immediate feedback. And you're going to know when you're being successful and when you're having failures. And then you come right back here and you say, okay, this is the mistakes that I'm making. How does it apply here? And you start the loop all over again. You can become a master in less than 1,000 hours. Well, that's still a pretty long time period. It's known that with expert coaching, that 1,000 hours can go to 100 hours. Well, how long is 100 hours? I give trading session reviews on Thursdays and Sunday, and then I do members Q&A webinars once a week. So if you listen to those and you attend those and you do some studying on your own, all of a sudden you've got 11 hours and you got 12 hours, you've got about 20 hours in a week. You do studying on your own, and you're going to come up with, 40, 50 hours a week, and you're going to start to get those hours you need to become an expert. Now this chart's a little busy, and let me kind of explain it. The blue line here is a skill level that you want to obtain and the number of hours necessary to obtain it. It's just arbitrary down here. But basically what this blue line is showing you is a lot of people have expectations that if they just spend this time here, that you'll reach here. And that is probably a false assumption, because really what's going to happen is you're going to have maybe some success, then you're going to plateau out, then maybe you'll have some more and you'll plateau out, but you're going to become, this is mindless practice, because you're really not applying and focusing and learning. So you think you can get up to here, but it never happens. Here's what can happen if you have a mentor. Mentor is going to stick with you, and they're going to talk to you over and over again. How to do this, how to get in, how to get out, what to do when you take a losing trade, what kind of trade size should you have. All those kind of things will be taught by a mentor. And you'll go up and up and up in a staircase until you get to a very good position. Now you can maybe leapfrog these if you come in and you do some deliberate practice with specific goals, intense focus, feedback, and fixing that. Okay, so now it's starting to look more reasonable. And the reason I built the membership at Options Infinity The reason I did this is I wanted to teach people and show people how they could be a success in this very difficult arena. Therefore, I built the membership around the key principles to obtain trading mastery success in the shortest amount of time. I think if a member, whether it's a new member or somebody that just joined or somebody that's been here for a while, applies this strategy and uses the purposeful practice, becomes an expert in the regression channel, measured moves, Fibonacci, 5 versus the 8, they can obtain trading mastery in as little as 5 months. That doesn't mean that it's just going to be handed to you and in 5 months you'll automatically be a master. It's going to require intense study on your part. If you really want it, if you really want to be a success in the marketplace, I can get you there. It's going to take some time. It's not going to take as long as a lot of people think, but it will take some time. I hope you all enjoyed this video. Bye-bye now.